risk-taking. It's an ability to jump off a cliff and learn how to fly on the way down.
Yeah, like as an entrepreneur, you never really think about the things that might have gone wrong, but didn't go wrong.
You've got more chance of your business succeeding if you really, really love and believe in your...
Let's talk about the real deal behind starting a business. It's not just about being your own boss and lounging on a beach while working a few hours a week. For most people, about 90%, it can actually lead to financial disaster. You've got that spark, that amazing idea that keeps you awake at night. You can envision it, you can feel it in your bones, and you're itching to break free from the 9-to-5 grind to create your own empire. But here's the kicker. That passion, while super important, won't shield you from the harsh realities of running a business. The things you don't know can quickly drain your bank account and your enthusiasm, faster than you can say, "I quit." I'm here to guide you through 15 crucial things you need to grasp before diving in. And trust me, you'll want to stick around for number 12. It's the silent killer that takes down most hopeful entrepreneurs before they even get a shot. First off, and this is a biggie, your passion isn't as crucial as you might think. I know, that sounds a bit tough, but the truth is, no one is going to pay you just because you're excited about making artisanal cat sweaters. They'll pay you because you're solving a problem they have. So instead of asking, "What am I passionate about?" ask yourself, "What problem can I solve that people are willing to pay for?" Your passion is the fuel, but the problem you solve is the engine. Without that engine, you're just burning fuel and going nowhere. Second, before you even think about spending a dime on your product or service, take a moment to validate your idea. Let's be real, talk is cheap. Your friends and family will likely rave about your concept because they care about you and don't want to hurt your feelings. But what you really need to know is whether complete strangers who have no emotional ties to you would actually be willing to part with their hard-earned money for it. So, whip up a simple landing page, throw up a few budget-friendly ads, or hit up a local market to see if you can snag some pre-orders. If people aren't willing to buy before your product even exists, chances are they won't be lining up to purchase it after you've invested your life savings. Now let's move on to the third point, which is absolutely non-negotiable. Right from the start, set up a separate business bank account. Mixing your personal and business finances is a recipe for disaster. Like trying to cook two different meals in the same pot. It just turns into a confusing mess. Having a dedicated account simplifies your bookkeeping, gives you a more professional appearance, and most importantly, it's a crucial step in safeguarding your personal assets if things take a turn for the worse. And that brings us to number 4. Get a grip on your legal structure. Sole proprietorship, LLC, SCORP. I know it sounds dull and your eyes might be glazing over. But this isn't just about filling out boring forms. This is your legal armor, the barrier that keeps you, as an individual, separate from your business. For instance, an LLC can shield your personal car, home, and savings if your business faces a lawsuit. Ignoring this is like heading into battle without any protection. Number 5 is all about knowing your numbers, specifically the big 3. First up, your startup costs. How much cash do you really need to get things rolling? Be honest with yourself here. Next, we have your burn rate. This is the amount of money your business spends each month just to keep the lights on, even if you're not making any sales. And finally, your break-even point. This is the golden number of sales you need each month to cover all your expenses. If you're not aware of these 3 figures, it's like trying to navigate a storm without a compass. Now, on to number 6, which is a major reason why many businesses hit the wall. Cash flow is king. You might look profitable on paper, but that doesn't mean you won't go bankrupt. Remember this, profit is just an opinion, but cash is a reality. Let's say you sell $1,000 worth of products, but your client has 60 days to pay you. Your financial statements might show a profit, but you still need to pay rent, cover software costs, and pay yourself today. If you don't have cash in the bank to handle those bills while waiting for payment, you're in trouble. Moving on to number 7, let's chat about pricing. Pricing isn't just about adding a little extra to your costs. That's a slippery slope to the bottom. Don't aim to be the cheapest option, that attracts the wrong crowd. Instead, think about the value you bring to the table. What problems are you solving for your customers? How much is that worth to them? When you price based on value, you can charge more, enjoy better profits, and create an incredible experience for your customers. And finally, number 8 might be tough for many creative folks to accept. You need to be a marketer first and a baker, coder, or consultant second. There are countless amazing products out there that never saw the light of day. It's not always the best product that wins, it's the one that's marketed the best. You've got to be passionate about getting your message in front of the right audience. And who are the right people? That's number 9. Your target customer is not everyone. If you're selling to everyone, you're selling to no one. You need to niche down until it hurts. Think about it. Are you selling fitness training? Or are you selling postnatal fitness training for new moms in their 30s who want to work out from home? See the difference? One is generic and gets ignored. The other speaks directly to a specific person with a specific problem. 10. Embrace the minimum viable product, or MVP. Don't spend a year in your basement building the perfect, all-singing, all-dancing version of your idea. Build the simplest, most basic version that solves the core problem, and get it into the hands of real customers. Their feedback will be more valuable than a year of your own assumptions. Launch, learn, and then improve. What about funding? Number 11. Funding is not free money. Whether you get a loan, debt, or sell a piece of your company to investors, equity, that money comes with strings attached. A loan has to be paid back with interest, no matter what. Equity means you're giving up ownership and control. The best source of funding for any new business is a paying customer. Try to bootstrap or fund the business yourself from savings and revenue for as long as humanly possible. All right, here it is, the one I warned you about. Number 12, the silent business killer. The hidden costs. You budgeted for your materials, you budgeted for marketing. But did you budget for the self-employment taxes you have to pay the government every quarter? What about business liability insurance? Or the dozens of little software subscriptions for your email, your accounting, your website that add up to hundreds of dollars a month? These are the little sharks that circle your business, taking bite after bite out of your cash flow until there's nothing left. This isn't just about making a budget. It's about doing the deep research to uncover all the hidden expenses that can and will surprise you. Ignoring this is the number one reason new entrepreneurs find their bank account empty when they thought they should be profitable. 13. You can't do it all yourself. The image of the solopreneur grinding 20 hours a day is a recipe for burnout and failure. You might be a great baker, but are you also a great bookkeeper, web designer, and social media manager? Know your weaknesses. Outsource tasks that you're bad at or that drain your energy. Your time is best spent on the things that actually grow the business. 14. You have to learn to sell without feeling like a slimy used car salesman. Selling isn't about tricking people. It's about listening to their problems and showing them how your product is the solution they've been looking for. It's about helping. If you truly believe in the problem you're solving, then selling is just a conversation. It's a transfer of enthusiasm. And finally, number 15. This is a marathon, not a sprint. Every overnight success you read about is actually the result of years of quiet, thankless, grinding work. There will be days you're on top of the world, and there will be days you're ready to burn it all down. That's the emotional roller coaster of entrepreneurship. You need to be prepared for the long haul, to stay consistent even when you don't see immediate results, and to just keep putting one foot in front of the other. So, starting a business is not a get-rich-quick scheme. It is a journey, a difficult one, where you are the hero who must overcome countless challenges. It's about solving real problems, knowing your numbers, protecting yourself, and marketing relentlessly. These 15 points are your plan, your map through the wilderness.